What is Avalanche cryptocurrency? And Coinbase calls out Binance. What's going on, guys? Randy here with another daily crypto video. In today's video, we're going to go over Avalanche just a little bit, and also Coinbase is calling out Binance. So I'll let you know what that's all about here in just a moment. So what is Avalanche Network and why it matters? So Avalanche, it's an open source platform for new financial primitives and decentralized applications. It has emerged as one of the frontrunners in that space. So Avalanche is a new platform developed by Ava Labs that allows anybody to easily produce their own multifunctional blockchains and decentralized applications. So they're making it easier for other people, the normal person, to get into blockchain and cryptocurrencies. It is designed to address some of the limitations of older blockchain platforms, including slow transaction speeds, centralization, and scalability, and uses several innovations to do so. This includes its unique Avalanche Consensus protocol, which promises low latency, high throughput capabilities, and resistance to 51% attacks. And you know what? I'll play this video real quick about Avalanche. You can get a real good idea of what it is. Okay.
The global financial fabric is composed of fragmented markets due to regulatory and geographical differences. Until now, there has been no easy way to create and trade digital assets in a legally compliant way. In fact, there is over $800 trillion in world value of assets, yet there is not a unified global marketplace for them. What if we could reimagine financial markets as a unified global network, where deploying assets were as easy as sending an email? What if exchanging financial products was unified, so one could trade equities, commodities, alternative assets, and more, all on the same global platform? Ava is the infrastructure to make this possible, by enabling any financial network to plug into one universal platform. Welcome to the Internet of Assets, a global financial network for the issuing and trading of all digital goods. Ava can support such a large universal network because of its unprecedented engine. Ava is built with speed that is only possible with a recent breakthrough in distributed systems, known as Avalanche Consensus. Current decentralized networks are built on over decade-old consensus protocols that have issues scaling with high performance. But now, there is Avalanche Consensus. It enables millions of participants to validate while processing thousands of transactions per second, down to sub-second finalization times. It's blazing fast, really fast. Ava pairs this engine with an architecture that can fit the custom needs of unique financial products and decentralized applications. This customizability is achieved through subnetworks, enabling anyone to launch their own tailor-made network with custom virtual machines. Ava lays the foundation for a platform of platforms, where there are thousands of unique subnetworks that can connect and create one unified global market. An asset issuer on Ava has the flexibility to digitize any asset, starting with determining the features, such as privacy-enabled transactions. The issuer can decide whether it wants to be on a permissioned or permissionless network. The asset can be built with custom smart contracts to help design the marketplace functionality. And there can be custom conditions designed to meet compliance requirements. Then launch the asset into the global market. Ava is fast, flexible, secure, with a custom plug-and-play infrastructure that is built to serve the needs of decentralized applications, asset issuers, and financial marketplaces. Ava, your one global Internet of Assets. What will you deploy?
All right, so that is Ava in a nutshell, essentially. But so what's special about it if you didn't get it from that video? So according to Ava Labs, the platform can handle somewhere in the order of 4,500 transactions per second, in comparison to Bitcoin's 7 transactions per second, and Ethereum's 14 transactions per second. So lightning fast speeds from Avalanche. It's also able to achieve transaction finality in under 3 seconds. Wow. So I'm going to link this article down below in the description so you can take a real good look at this for yourself. They've already released the Pangolin DEX decentralized exchange on top of Avalanche. So they're already putting out some projects. Now let me go over to CoinGecko here for a second and show you how Avalanche has kind of rose the ranks here in the crypto world. They haven't been out. Their main net launch was in 2020, late 2020, and here they are at number 41 already at $27.67. Max supply of only 720 million, and circulating supply is only 76, almost 77 million. So very low circulating supply at the moment, and hence the higher price tag on Avalanche, but still a good price. So yeah, that's Avalanche. I am not invested in Avalanche yet, but definitely going to look into that a little more. So Coinbase calls out Binance as it bemoans compliance burden. If you don't know, Coinbase is based in the U.S. and they get a lot of, they need to jump through a lot of hoops, whereas Binance is not located in the U.S. and they get away with a lot of stuff. Even to the point where they had to open up a Binance.us exchange exclusively for U.S. customers. So, like a closely monitored child complaining about a sibling who seems to get away with everything, Coinbase called out rival crypto exchange Binance in a filing with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. The company went as far as to single out by name Binance, perhaps Coinbase's least regulated and most formidable competitor. And Coinbase says, we also compete with a number of companies that solely focus on the crypto market and have varying degrees of regulatory adherence, such as Binance. So they actually called them out by name. I think Binance gets away with a whole bunch of stuff that Coinbase, there's just no way they're going to get away with the same thing. Due to limited enforcement by U.S. and foreign regulators, Coinbase continued, such companies are able to operate from offshore while selling crypto exchange services and products to consumers in the US and Europe, ignoring licensing requirements seemingly without penalty. Coinbase goes on to say, we may face substantial compliance costs to operationalize and comply with the travel rule and may be further subject to administrative sanctions for technical violations or customer attrition if the user experience suffers as a result. They also went on to say there are substantial uncertainties on how these requirements would apply in practice, and we may face substantial compliance costs to operationalize and comply with these rules. So what can Coinbase really do? I mean, they're operating out of the U.S. Maybe leave the U.S. I don't see that ever happening. But maybe more crackdown would come on to these exchanges like Binance from the U.S. I mean, you already can't buy from a Binance exchange as it is, unless it's the .us version, or if you're using a VPN, you can get away with it that way, or if you already had an old Binance account. But yeah, it's interesting that Coinbase actually called Binance out. But hey, I guess they're just salty that they get the regulations that Binance doesn't. What do you think down below? Let me know. Do you use Binance, and do you really care about the regulations, or are you just like, all right, I'm gonna get my coins that I want, and you're not too worried about it? All right, guys. If you guys like the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Follow the channel if you like it, and I will see you tomorrow.